Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel and good morning. I'm sipping on my coffee and I sat down to do your Monday reading, so let's go. Pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 3 is on your right. Give it a moment. If you need, stop the video right here. I'll catch you in timestamps. Hello tribe, pile number 1 people. Let's see what is up with you next week and a half. You have mirror, who or what is triggering you. And let's pull more cards. Let's see how this is going to be tying in to the next week's cards. And I am using the Elgo Live deck to follow. We have the Sacred Heart, the heart and soul of Goliath. And let's also use the Steampunk Tarot. And what is up with you all? We have the Hangman. We have Three of Cups. We have Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Let me adjust you slightly. Okay. So, what I'm getting with this, you will encounter a situation, maybe you have gone through this already for some of you, where someone whom you see as a friend or someone whom you would like to be friends with, that person the next week, they're going to be showing parts of you that maybe you didn't want to look at or you didn't recognize before. They may say something, they might do something, and at first it might feel weird to you. There's going to be some sort of, I don't want to say trigger in itself, like it's, I don't see anyone being either pissed off or angry or disappointed, nothing like that. I am seeing someone is being able to show the parts of you that you haven't looked at just yet, or parts of you that you haven't discovered. And somehow this connection acts like a mirror. And I also like it with the Hangman here. This connection will open your eyes to who you truly are, or it will show you what you are doing that you would want to improve, because that person will be the exact same, will act in the exact same way. They are not the exact same. Next week is all about the heart space for you. It feels like you're very focused on if there was any past hurt that you're still trying to work through. It feels like you are finally seeing the energy lightening in your heart space. I'm also seeing someone becoming more optimistic about relationships. And in particular here, with Three of Cups and Two of Wands, someone might be waiting for you, or you might be waiting for someone to make up their mind what they want to do. Either they might come your way, they might visit you, or you might be planning yourself to go and visit someone. Overall, what I want to say, what's important, someone has a key to your heart in the next week. So you may expect quite an influential communication with someone. What do we need to know about our finances, career, and stability for pile 1? What do we need to know about finances, career, stability? What do we have? We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Next week, it feels like you're very determined. You're very motivated. You're very driven, especially if you're working on something that you're trying to achieve on your own. I'm seeing someone wanting to prove themselves that they can do it. And they're not talking about it too much with other people. Head down and back to work, I'm hearing. Head down and back to work. Because the results of this project, creative pursuit, or maybe aim, what you're aiming to get to, are going to be really, really good. And you sense it and you feel it. There might be someone who sees your work as, or sees you as someone who is very influential, inspirational. That's the word. You are very inspirational to someone out there. This person might reach out and tell you about that. Some people live with this person already. There can be a lot of discoveries made next week when it comes to your finances and career, so be curious. Because the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, meaning our luck is nearby around the time when we step into the page energy. Pages are interns, pages are curious, pages like to explore. She wants to see what is behind the curtain. So she's like, let me see, let me go there. So exploration, research, trying new things out would be quite beneficial next week. New techniques. If you're seeking for a new job, put yourself out there, okay? Put yourself out there. Someone is collaborating on a project that seems to be bringing them quite a lot of luck in the long run. If you're working in a team, it seems that you're a very strong team. You're sharing your skill sets and your knowledge. Those who feel that you might benefit from someone else's knowledge, expertise, I would say ask for advice. It is going to be available for you out there. If you don't know how to do something, or if you just need a kick in the ass, there's going to be someone who can provide that for you. Okay? What do we need to know about our relationships? And I want to take all of these cards back. Would it be platonic, romantic? Whatever needs to come through. Pile 1, what do you need to know about relationships? We have the 6 of Cups. You have the 7 of Pentacles. You have the Empress. You have the Chariot, clarifying the 6 of Cups. You have the 8 of Pentacles, clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. And you have the 2 of Wands, clarifying the Empress. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. It's a really good week when it comes to relationships, specifically what I'm seeing here, romantic, because this Empress is super hot. Okay, so um, what's interesting here, I'm seeing some people where, especially my single people, you are quite patient with relationships. You're very focused, and you were very focused for a long time on your craft, on what you're trying to achieve in your life, your hobbies, maybe your work. But deep down, you're feeling the next week that there is someone coming your way. Now, would this be romantic or platonic? It doesn't matter. One of your soul tribe members are ready to meet you. And I don't feel like you've met this person just yet. You've met them in the past lives, that is for sure. It's like the time to meet one another is soon, and you may feel it intuitively. Maybe you have been inviting this energy in already. This person might live in a different town or country. Next week, relationships are really highlighted here. See, because you sit in this Empress energy, you're going to be acting like a magnet for new connections. So be open to new connections. At first, some of you will encounter a situation where one particular person might show the parts of you that you didn't want to look at. Okay? Because you might be very, very similar. But as long as you're self-reflective, I don't see any drama. If someone steps in too much into their ego, then there might be a bit of drama, a bit of projection here, but I do not feel it. I feel like a lot of people here, they know their shadows and they've met them many times. So next week is the week when we are stepping into our heart spaces here. When we want to explore, when we want to connect to people on a deeper level. We're not afraid to play. We're not afraid to step into our inner children. We are not defensive. And that is why we can create something that has a potential to be long-lasting. So pile number one, you may notice that you're meeting a new soul tribe member, or you're recognizing an existing one, someone that you've met already. Okay? So I hope this made sense, tribe. If you need more content, I have Patreon, and I hope you have a beautiful week. Until the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number two people. Let's see what is up with you all next week and a half. You have the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And I'm going to pair this up with a card from El Goliath deck. So let's go. What is up next week and a half? Group number two. You have the Nine of Wands, the darkness before dawn. Ooh, loving that. Loving that. I feel like I want one more card. Let's go. That one. Okay, the sacred fire, the rebirthing bonfire. Okay. So let me adjust you slightly for now, so you can see all these three cards, and let's start pulling Steampunk Tarot, and we will read them all together. Let's see, what is up? Group number three, people. Sorry, two. Maybe you wanted to check out three. or someone is coming from group 3. Ace of Pents. Two of Pentacles. Expect a busy week, guys, that is for sure. There's a lot to do, a lot of things to be taken care of, places to be. Seven of Pentacles, quite a lot of Pentacles here. Seven of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Pents. Nine of Swords, clarifying the Two of Pents. Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of a deck, we have the Page of Wands. Let me sit with this for a minute. Okay. Now, you guys, natural born leaders already in group number 2, right? Next week, what you're being asked to do is to give yourself a freaking break. Because I'm seeing a potential for someone to overwork themselves. I'm seeing someone not sleeping enough. I'm seeing someone's immune system lower than usual. So make sure you take care of your body and to really listen, tap into your body, listen to what it needs at that time. Take care of that sacred fire. I see the sacred fire in this reading as this is your core energy. This is your fuel. This is the energy that you have, and make sure that you don't spend your energy next week on things that are not your priorities. Okay, because some of you may tend to overwork yourself or overdo something. I'm also seeing someone getting an offer that somehow throws them off. I didn't expect this. Now I don't know what to do. Should I stay? Should I go? Or you might start thinking about planting this new seed, whatever it is in your life, and you go, damn, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Sleep on it. Group number 2, sleep on it. Your leadership skills are heightened the next week, but make sure you do not stretch yourself too thin. Value your skills, value your leadership, value your energy next week. Because I'm seeing that for some of you, you're going to have to say no to a couple of things or a couple of people. And some of you are still learning how to do so. You're very focused on your finances, or at least something that you know is going to bring you income or some sort of resources in the long run. And whatever you're doing next week, it requires patience. It's like you cannot speed this up because it has its own timing. See, and the music stopped in the background. You're going to be asked to take a break at one point, to review your life, to review what you're working towards to. And if what you're working towards to is what you want, or for example, if we are taking a project as an example, to step back and review that project. Is it how I want it to be? Is my essence in it? Especially for my artists in group number 2, does this reflect me? Do I want to put more of myself in this? the way I'm feeling, what I'm going through? Is this authentic enough for me? Next week, it is very good week for prioritizing your dreams and wishes. Doesn't matter how big, how small they are. And I believe that next week is really good for people who like to write things down. I'm seeing someone writing down this week's, let's say, achievement or something that I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm not seeing someone writing down too many things because they know that they don't want to overpush themselves. So this week is the week when I sort out this thing, or this week is the week when I do that, or when I work on this. And whoever has this strategy, it feels like it's working to your advantage really well, especially next week. Setting intentions next week will be a big deal. Some people may be deciding to break a contract with either a job or with a person, and that contract would be even marriage for some of you. Someone is thinking about breaking a contract, leaving a contract. I'm seeing someone ripping papers, and when I said that, my right ear started ringing. Ripping up papers. I don't want to be involved in this contract anymore. And you may even receive messages through dreams, a bit like a kick. Your subconscious will be talking to you very clearly the next week. And I feel like your subconscious will be talking, it's going to be the loudest in your dreams. Really pay attention to what you're afraid of the next week. What is that subconscious fear? Because there is more to it, your cards are saying. So do your own research and analysis. Okay? Yeah, it really feels like someone is ready to move on. And this can be also, you're ready to move on from the version of yourself that you used to be to a new version of self, right? It doesn't have to be a job or relationship. Group number 2 has very strong hands, arms. I'm seeing a lot of strength you hold, not only in your physical body, but your energy body is very powerful. You know how to manipulate energy. And the next week you might be doing something with it. Maybe you are doing some sort of ritual, and it's very personal to you. Maybe you don't want to talk about it too much. It's a very intimate technique to your heart, to you, and you don't want to let others in. So you're doing something behind the closed doors that's supposed to remain behind the closed doors. I want to clarify the 9 of Wands. We have the Emperor. Okay. It seems like if you'll feel that a situation or a person threatens your structure or your leadership skills, you're not going to allow that. You sit on your throne next week, but make sure you don't overdo something, okay? Because I'm seeing a need for balance. It's not only black, it's not only white. Next week, someone is super serious, and their seriousness might be working actually against them in one particular situation. What is the advice? What is the advice? Play a little bit more. Step into a bit more playful side of the self. Because I feel like that seriousness for some people, it's just creating more stress and anxiety. Something is not as bad as someone thinks, or a situation shouldn't be dealt so strictly. Someone is too strict, someone is too rigid, and that works against them actually. It feels like someone has set themselves, or for maybe other people, so many rules that they've gotten lost themselves. Someone is being asked to loosen up a little bit more, to try new things, especially when it comes to working with other people or seeking for partnerships. Okay? Yeah. So that you can meet halfway. Because otherwise, I'm looking at this Emperor that's clarifying the Nine of Wands, and it feels like, I don't really want to let anyone in. I do want to, but I'm not, because of all of the rules and restrictions that I've placed on my life or on someone, or expectations that I have. It's good to have expectations. And it's good to know your value, but someone has become too rigid or too strict. Where everywhere that we look around, there is rules. Maybe someone's suffering from lack of trust because of the past betrayal. And it haunts them somehow. So next week is a time when we need to look at the wall that someone has built. And is it actually protecting you, or it's so high that people cannot find you? Okay? So I hope this made sense, pile number 2. It was an interesting one. Not super straightforward, but whoever needed to come across this message, I'm sure it made sense. And if you need extra content at Patreon, and until the next one, bye for now. Hey tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 3, let's see what is up with you the next week and a half. We have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I want to pair this up with a card or two with from El Goliath deck. Let's see. What is the vibe? You might have wanted to check out one other pile, just saying, for those who were wondering, couldn't choose. Okay, Nine of Wands and the High Priestess, the Crescent Moon Cat. You know what, with this, I'm picking up that someone is standing out of a crowd, or if you were trying to dim your light, literally how we see it coming from the forest out there, you're not doing that anymore, especially in one particular situation. If you are not sure if you can be your truest self, especially this is connected to maybe what you like to do on your spare time, or what you're interested in. Could be witchcraft, could be shamanic practices, anything that's connected to energy, universe, source itself, and the afterlife. And I feel like you are going to be talking to someone, and what's going to surprise you is how they take it, especially if you are trying to hide a part of yourself. You're not doing it the next week. Let's pull more cards from Steampunk Tarot. We have the Devil, we have the Temperance. Interesting pairing. You have the Moon. You have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Devil. You have the World clarifying the Temperance. A lot of major arcana cards here, so this is going to be an important week for sure. And Nine of Pentacles is clarifying the Moon, bottom of a deck. We have Seven of Cups. Okay, if you are not sure about one particular situation in your life and it was kind of misty for you, next week this is coming to light. Now, what other thing I'm seeing here, those people who kept dragging something, you know, I'm gonna do it, but I don't know when, or I'm going to take more time. It seems like you are deciding to take action because someone was feeding into an ideology that wasn't really beneficial for them. Someone was thinking that if I wait a little bit longer, it's going to sort itself out. And next week you recognize that you need to actually take action because something is just haunting you, or something has to be sorted right there and right then. If you are unclear about one particular situation, what to do, or where someone stands, I would advise highly next week to talk things out or to ask questions, not to assume. Next week, you might be getting hints about your independence, what independence is to you and what you want it to look like. You may be receiving messages through dreams. You're coming back into more balance. And I feel like one particular situation didn't allow you, or event or person or job, whatever that would be, it didn't allow you to feel that you are standing firmly on the ground. And next week you will want to wrap something up. Let's see what this is connected to. I'm going to be pulling from Steampunk Kipper deck. Where does your focus lie next week and a half? High honors, your achievements. Your achievements. You want to celebrate your achievements. You are determined to get to where you want to be. It's a good week when it comes to if you have any exams or if you have to accomplish or complete a task. It feels like you're going to be successful. We have young man. And we also have gloom and doubt. And gloom and doubt sits on the moon card, so that makes a lot of sense. Especially if you felt like someone was making you question yourself, you are going to decide to somehow free yourself from that situation. Either through speaking about it or telling someone how they make you feel, or by taking action or refocusing on something else, okay? Let's take these back. You might also want to visit someone, or someone is visiting you, because I'm seeing someone hopping on a train or car. What do we need to know about our finances, career, and stability for the next week and a half? We have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Wands. Okay, next week and a half is looking stable. I like this. You're very I'm hearing self-sustainable. Self-sustainable. You're pretty proud of something that you are going to accomplish in your work or in your hobbies, guys. Look out for sparks, new ideas. You may come across something that you really want to pursue. And it's gonna make you feel really hyped up, really passionate. Let's see. But before that, it feels like you are deciding to, or you completing the past project, or you're deciding to give something a break in order to start something new. I'm seeing an ending and the beginning. Yeah. This feels to me like a successful completion of a project or successful completion of a cycle when it comes to your security, stability, hobbies, or work in general. You're quite respected in your area of work, so you may even receive comments or messages about that, or emails. What is your advice? Work with people, seek for collaborations, okay? Exchange skills, skill sets that you have and skill set that someone else has. It would be beneficial to work in a team or to seek for help from others if you will need that, okay? Somehow family is influential next week in your sense of stability and security. Maybe you're going to get an advice from a family member, or you might even get inspiration from a family member that is somehow connected to your work and career. Okay, what do we need to know about our relationships? Romantic, platonic, whatever needs to come through. What do we need to know about our relationships next week, pile 3? Quite an intuitive week, guys. Especially if you are uncertain about one particular situation, you intuitively will know the answer. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. I'm hearing someone's mind turns me on. You're dealing with someone next week who is a family person, someone who is a keeper, I'm hearing. I like that for you very much. We have the Ace of Pentacles here too. Let me tap into this. You're very curious to get to know someone's head, or how someone's thought process works. It's a really good week for family endeavors. Spending time with one another, whoever your family is. Could be your soul family, could be your actual family. And I'm seeing someone who's very focused on being a power couple or power friendship type of situation here. There is a lot that you can accomplish together. You have this very good vibe about you too. It's like you charge each other up. You might find out who this person is the next week and a half. You will know because they will spark something in you. They might say something where it's going to help you. It's like someone is helping you understand what a true love is or true relationship is. And not from the airy fairy side, but the grounded side. You may communicate with someone who gives you the sense of security. I am safe with them. I feel like I can move mountains. I feel like we can grow together. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a platonic situation too. But relationships are quite blessed, I want to say, next week and a half for you. And you're very determined. Both of you are very determined. You have the similar or same aim in order to be successful. You may have a similar or same mission or path. You may even receive an offer from someone to work together with them. And one particular relationship in your life, it feels like, remember how I said blessed, we have Wheel of Fortune. It seems like anytime this person is around you or anytime you communicate with them, everything starts moving. I'm seeing progress. Everything starts moving much more gracefully in your life. As if this person brings in luck, but you also bring in luck in their life. Once your energies meet or ideas are exchanged, I'm seeing an engine that starts going. Make sure that you don't carry too much next week and a half. I'm seeing a need for someone to recognize when the other person has too much on their plate and to help them out. And I'm hearing this person recognizes when I'm going through a difficult time. And I recognize when they're going through a difficult time. Maybe you feel them, or maybe the way they talk, even if they don't say anything, you already know. And there's a sense of appreciation here that is coming through. Someone may even thank you for that. Next week, do not shy away from visibility. Would it be online? Would it be in your work? Speak up, put yourself out there, because I'm seeing people listening to what you gotta say. Especially if you have your social medias and you're doing something with it, it would be a good week putting yourself out there, because I'm seeing expansion of following, or the message that you spread to the following is going to be quite beneficial to many people. Okay? So that's what I have for pile number 3. If you need extra content, I have Patreon. If you want to join me there, and have a beautiful week. Until the next one. Ciao.